and you are talking about Singapore, I would like to read you here a letter or a Facebook message from somebody who is a DAP supporter, but also working right now in Singapore. It goes like this. I'm currently a Singapore PR and doing business in both Singapore and Malaysia. As I travel back to JB, my hometown, every Friday night, there is some sad phenomena to be noticed. Checkpoint crowded with Johor cars, Johor bikes, people squeezing in bus heading back to JB. Malay, Indian, Chinese. Thanks to the poor working opportunity, working environment, and poor currency of Malaysia. Many of them have kids, family, but for the sake of earning more to support them, they travel every day. Wake up 5 in the morning, back home 11 at night. A lot of fatal accidents happen on their way due to insufficient of sleep. Many kids have lost their father. Ladies and gentlemen, this is sad. We must change Malaysia to a land of opportunities for Malaysians again. The Malaysians do not need to go to Singapore, look for more money, because Malaysia is the best place for them to earn money. And our kids do not need to go overseas for more opportunity, because Malaysia is the best place for them to be. I hope this history will not be repeated. And ladies and gentlemen, making Malaysia a better place is why I joined DAP. And many of the young people like them, like the volunteers, joined DAP because we want to rise up and be the master of our own destiny. We want to create opportunities for the young people, aspiring individuals, to be successful even in this land. I have a friend who is the CEO of an advertising firm. Since just now the MC introduced me as a social media strategist, so I try to approach some people who can give us cheaper option to save some cost for DAP, because I apparently have gone into a wrong party that did not give me enough budget. But I like my party very much. Anyway, getting with the story. This friend of mine, so as I approached them, they say they agreed to run one of our social media campaigns. And during our first meeting, so we were discussing about cost, about strategy, about everything. And then I thanked them for being able to do this for us. You know what my friend said? My friend said, never mind. Once you get into Putrajaya, federal government, give me some government project. Of course, he's joking lah, because I'm a small chap, I cannot have power anyway, and also they know that Petaling Jaya is not going to do that. But I answer him this, I answer him seriously. You know what? Once we get into Putrajaya, I cannot guarantee you a government project. This I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you open tender system. I can guarantee you a transparent government. I can guarantee you, if you work hard enough and extend what you do, of course, offer us at the lowest price possible, you will get the government project. Let's say no to the Barisan Nasional Communism. This is Pakatan Rakyat Sah, which is open tender, transparent government, and efficient government. I have another story to tell you. You know, I have a lot of stories. I have another story to tell you. And this story is about a person. Since besides a social media strategist, I'm also the special assistant of Tony Kwok. So we have a service center in Kampung Chempaka. So there is a girl. There is a single mother, a poor single mother, come to our service center to ask for help. His girl was sexually abused. A 9-year-old girl was sexually abused and was sent to the hospital and hospitalized for 9 days. And I asked, this is what she told me. She told me hospital has reported to the police, but the police did not act. Then after the little girl was discharged, she reported to the police again. And the police also slow doing their investigation. And to give you a comparison, 2 special branch police to ask about me. You know what? When I heard this from my father, the first thing that came into my mind is this: why the police wasting time investigating, opening a file on me, and yet do not investigate for this little girl? This is another sad story. And you know, by the way, since when do we have our boom and gate and guarded house when our police is supposed to protect us? That is why my boss Tony Hua and Liu Qingtong always raising up this percentage of police force in the parliament. Because according to the police force, the department, there are 7.1% special branch to protect political opponents like Ling Guan, like Tony Hua, to protect them. And there is only 7.4% of CID that protect the remaining 28 millions of Malaysians. That's why we need to have gated and guarded system. Do you think this is reasonable? Do you think this is reasonable? What do we want to do if we think that this is unreasonable? Come again? Change. We need to change. And you know, I have many other stories. But one thing I want to tell you is this: is that the upcoming general election is a defining moment of our country's history. It is we as a society, how we paint the little stories of ordinary Malaysians in the future. It can be a story of a promising young Malaysians do not need to leave Malaysia, stay here, and yet able to fulfill his potential and reach his potential. It can be a story of which we excel in tourism environment, environmental tourism. It can also be a story where aspiring entrepreneurs rising up, earn their way without being a crony. It can also be a society of which the young little kids, like the 9-year-old kids, being protected. But before all these good stories can happen, one thing must change. This is the ruling government of Malaysia, Barisan Nasional. Come on, if you want to give claps, right? You need to be more louder and let's plan a new future for our future generation. A good story, an everyday story for all ordinary Malaysians. Just now, I think you have watched and some of our colleagues have tell you a little bit about Selangor government and everything. I'm not going to go in detail. Some of you may have complained towards the Selangor government. Yes, I do agree with you that, you know, at times there are some room for improvement. But at least our policies is people-centric. Tan Sri Khalid, our Menteri Besar, is clean. And most of all, our leaders care about the people in Malaysia. To me, this is a good enough starting point of any change. Yes, there is no fairy tale. I am not going to tell you that Pakatan Rakyat get into Putrajaya and one day Malaysia will become the best place in Malaysia and in the world. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you that if we are brave enough to stand out, if we are courageous, bold enough to set up for change, change is going to happen. When I joined politics last year, from the way I speak, you know I did not join politics a long time. When I joined politics last year, a lot of my friends, especially those from oil and gas industry or those from Cambridge, they will ask, why you join? Some more DAP, no money. Usually I smile my way through because I have a grandma story to tell why I joined. But if you want me to simplify today in one paragraph, it will be this. And young people here, you might also want to listen to this. I hope that 2030 my life at this juncture of the history, I know I have done my best for my country. I know I was there rising up to the challenge for the change. And finally, I know I was there taking part in the turning point of Malaysia history. I know I was there. And of course, I would like to invite all the young people here, whoever that you consider yourself young, to join us in the journey of change. It can be through the ballot box, of which make sure you bangga the right box. It can also be, if you are from rural area, you go back and tell the stories about what is going on in Malaysia. And also, it can also be, the volunteer form is already out. So, on the table, you have a volunteer sign-up form. Now starting to do a little bit promotion, you see. There's a volunteer sign-up form that you can sign up to contribute your time to the nation. If you do not have time and you do not do anything, you can also do donation to our election funds. I want to assure you that the election fund will be used for one thing and one thing only, that is to get to the Putrajaya. You know, people like me, social media strategists, if I'm with Barisan Nasional, I have a lot of fun to spend. But I'm with DAP, I have very limited fun. So, but I want to assure you, we leverage every of your cent to make sure it has a maximum impact. So, if you just now do not donate yet, you can still donate to our PJ Damansara branch, on the way out, please donate to our election fund. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do our part. Let's do our bit. Not only for ourselves, but for our future generation. Ubah sekarang, selamatkan Malaysia.